You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Now it's time for Facts First.
All right, thanks, Mick, for that. So, on Facts First today, we have 4 facts, and the first one is the first cartoon to air in Australia was called Cartoons of the Moment, a series of short animated films created by Harry Julius in 1915. Now, in 1915, of course, there was no television, no such thing existed. So this was something you would watch as a part of newsreels or films at a cinema. So it wasn't on the television. The very first animated television show in Australia was called Freddo the Frog, which was created by Fanfare Films in 1962. And it was 5-minute episodes, and there were over 50 of those made. Essentially, that was just an advertising campaign for McRobertson chocolates, for the Freddo Frog chocolates, which are still around today.
Old Freddo, yeah, still hanging around. What's that, 60 years later or 70 years later or something?
Still good, too.
Yeah, still good. He shrunk a little in size, but Freddo's still there. Longest running cartoon series in Australia. What do you think it is, Sean?
It's got to be The Simpsons.
And you'd be right. The Simpsons. So The Simpsons first aired in Australia way back on Network 10 in 1991, shortly after its US debut in 1989. Delayed.
Of course.
Delayed.
Obviously.
I'd say delayed. And of course, it's been a staple of Australian television ever since.
Definitely.
The Simpsons is not only the longest running cartoon in Australia, but also the longest running primetime scripted television series in history. That's quite an incredible achievement for a cartoon. So that's quite
everybody
incredible.
knows The Simpsons.
And everybody knows it.
Everybody loves them.
Absolutely.
Great show.
As per my next point, so it's had an enduring impact on both global and Australian pop culture. Everyone knows a character, a line, can quote multiple parts of the show.
Inadvertently, too.
Yeah.
Like, unintentionally, you'll just say something that's a Simpsons gag.
And it'll be something from 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Everybody
Loves the
knows
best
it.
Simpson.
Loves it. So the series is now in its 26th season, and it continues to air new episodes and reruns on various networks and streaming services.
Speaking of networks, the next fact is about Cartoon Network. So the Cartoon Network began airing in Australia on October 3rd, 1995 as part of Foxtel Cable Television's launch. Everyone had Foxtel in the late 90s and 2000s. Initially, it operated as a dual channel with Turner Classic Movies, broadcasting from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. with Turner Classic Movies covering the remaining hours of the day. And on July 1, 2001, Cartoon Network transitioned to a separate 24-hour channel.
24 hours!
Non-stop cartoons, offering exclusive feeds to all the major capital cities. But unfortunately, as I've just learned, as of May this year, so
it sounds
now,
like a tearjerker.
It is a tearjerker. Cartoon Network and its sister channel Boomerang are gone.
Why? Why?
Foxtel have just axed them. They're gone.
Gone anyway. Ski. Well, this next one here, we're going to jump into Nickelodeon. So Nickelodeon first aired on Australian TV way back in 1995, October 23rd to be precise, replacing the Max and Classic Max channels. The channel offered a mix of live-action shows and cartoons, catering to a broad audience. Initially operated as a timeshare with Nick at Night.
The cool stuff.
The cool stuff. So we'll just call it Nick at Night, the cool stuff, which began at 8 p.m. on weekdays and 10 p.m. on weekends, ending at 6 a.m.
So all night.
All night.
Nick at Night.
All night. Hence,
night.
Nick at Night. On January 1st, 1998, the channel extended its broadcast hours by an additional half an hour on weekdays, moving Nick at Night back to 8:30 p.m. Bedtime. It was bedtime. 8:30. Time to go to bed, guys. Further expanding its programming, on January 2nd, 2000, the channel introduced more Nick. Not just Nick at Night, more Nick. Give us more Nick.
Non-stop Nick.
Oh, sexy. Extending its broadcast hours to 10 p.m. every night of the week.
Beautiful.
In 2020, the channel rebranded as 10 Shake.
10 Shake?
Horrendous idea. What is 10 Shake? I shake my hands at you. Network 10's third multi-channel. And on August 1st, 2023, it was rebranded back as Nickelodeon.
Of course it was.
It should have stayed as Nickelodeon, let's be honest. Which offering a comprehensive program lineup across daytime and nighttime viewing. All right, it's time for the top 5.